Come on, Steve!
Hello! If you follow Holly Holm as an individual, she is one of the most likable fighters in the women's division. An easy person to adore for her authenticity. And of course, being the first to slay this dragon over here in her division. As a striker, she is truly world-class, struggling only at the very top of elite competition. But here, this is now a different side to the preacher's daughter. Here she is grappling with Steve-O. Witnessing this, let's now dive into an interesting understanding to our human condition. It's as if every person in the world feels as though they can fight even if they have not trained to fight. And, you know, to an extent there is actually some truth in that. Our history is littered with constant conflict. The physical threat we humans had to face consistently was very real. Thus, with our teeth, we are built to bite. Our nails grow sharp to claw. Our fists, when buttressed properly, have actually adapted to strike. Beyond just being money makers, they're actually built to deliver force when properly clenched. As humans, we are fighters. Every one of us, from big to small, we are all built to fight, not just with each other, but against the hordes of onslaught and suffering Mother Nature's propagated upon our condition. But here's another truth. If you're not a trained fighter versus a trained fighter, you're likely gonna get schooled. And of course, you know, there are some physical advantages that can't compensate, but much of what makes martial arts special is not physical ability. The same way, we are all to some extent built to dance, to be a great dancer, a legendary dancer. That's encoding your style into your vessel for tens of thousands of hours. That is the essence of martial arts, encoding your being with the correct mechanics to a point where you no longer have to think about it. It becomes instinctive, intuitive, a natural expression from your body. Of course, Holly looks physically superior to Steve-O. She is a trained athlete after all. But that was not the deciding factor in much of their play match. She simply had a better intuitive feel for what to do when, because she trained it into her body and Steve-O did not. Even if Steve-O did have a similar, or sure, to some extent even greater physical attribute or ability in comparison to Holly Holm, I'm certain that the result would still be the same. Holly would easily take advantage of the holes in Steve-O's understanding. Just watch. Here's why this was predominantly a matter of technique and not strength, although sure, Holly can generate some great torque. Here, watch how Steve-O is trying to walk into a double leg. He doesn't really have any drive, he doesn't seem very stable, he's just trying to forcefully walk into Holly's hips. More importantly though, note Steve-O's posture, looking down. The fluid in the semicircular structures in his ears that regulate balance, they will not be level. And that basically means his balance will be off. From there, the answer is simple. Where the head goes, the body will follow. Holly just has to put a bit of weight on Steve-O's head, pushing it down, and instantly he falls to his knees. He cannot retain composed structurally. This was understanding, abusing biology, and a lack of properly developed technique. Let's continue forward, still controlling the head. Easily, an underhook flips Steve-O to his back. He has no idea what's happening, as his body has not trained a response. Thus, simply put, he cannot respond versus Holly, who has actually developed understanding. From side control, watch how Holly is feigning the elbow. Holly Holm could easily change the ridge on Steve-O's nose. He's not wearing a mouth guard either. This could have all been pretty bad, couldn't it? Overall, there is a real threat posed as to what Holly Holm could do from this position. And sure, you could say, Steve-O was just playing around. Of course, he is to some extent, but you have to think about it. Holly Holm is a trained fighter. If Steve-O were to evoke a serious response from her, if the two weren't just having fun, playing around, letting the fun take its natural course, if you may, what do you think would happen? At this point, the answer is pretty obvious. From here, trying to form a base to escape the position, he ends up giving Holly his back easily. Holly sinks in her hooks, flans him out, which in turn only adds leverage to her choke. The game just ends. So yes, humans are built to fight, but even then, there is rarely ever a replacement for hard work and dedication. That is exactly what we see here. Nonetheless though, Steve was a legend. Mad love and respect for actually having the courage to take on a fighter on Holly's level. Everyone who makes it to the UFC is a monster. To be honest, a pedestrian just had little chance. To that end, thank you Holm and Steve-O for this lesson. If you like more from me, please subscribe and hit the notifications. Thank you if you did. It truly does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Smash like one if you enjoyed. It's good karma, and until next time, peace.